Hey, Doc Upton here for Doc Sports, and I am at Spring Training Baseball 2022. That's right, I'm here live from Peoria, Arizona. We're the home of the Seattle Mariners, and they're going to face the Chicago Cubs today. So we're going to talk a little baseball and let you know exactly what's going on here. And in a second here, I'll show you a little bit more of the field at the same time. One of the things that I wanted to let you know that, hey, you know what? Nobody loves baseball more than me, especially as a fan. And so one of the things that I thoroughly enjoy about the game is just the nature of the game, all the intricacies of the game. So I'm fired up. And last year I'm coming off my best season at Doc's and number one at Doc's, as a matter of fact, making $9,425 profit. And so this year we're going to try and duplicate that, if not better it, like I have two other times since 2014. So we'll see if we can get that done for you this year. But hey, we're here to talk about some baseball, so let's talk about it, okay? Just in general. So there's a better view of the field for you right there. So a little less me and a little bit more of the field. The Chicago Cubs this year, they're predicted to finish third in the division, 10th in the National League, and their win total is 75.5. Now, after breaking up their championship team last year, that never really got any better, partly due because the ownership didn't really spend all the money that maybe was necessary to repeat and do the things that were necessary. They have been content to just kind of go along, and now they're calling it a retooling, or they're going to be a contender this year, but not many people are fooled by that. The Cubs on-the-field product, frankly, is not that good. The two most names that people know are Wilson Contreras and Kyle Hendricks, and both of those guys are kind of on the downside of their career at this point. Hendricks gave up the most hits in baseball last year, and Contreras, still a good catcher, but, slowing down. I believe he's 30 years old now. So that's, their on-the-field product just is not that good. Now, they did bring up a couple of rookies last year that weren't bad, Patrick Wisdom and first baseman Frank Swindell. But both of those guys were career minor leaguers. They're 30 years old this year. Okay, so that's not a great situation here. Now, their ace of their staff, which they were supposedly all excited about, is the Marcus Stroman. And let's face it, Marcus Stroman's days of an ace are pretty much in the rearview mirror. He's just a middle guy now in terms of a rotation. Now, the Cubs last year won 71 games. To ask them to have a 5-game improvement, because their season win total is at 75.5, I'm not sure that's going to happen, to tell you the truth, from that standpoint. The division, though, is actually worse. Cincinnati has broken up their team. Pittsburgh still stinks. So there's a chance that the Cubs would get to 76 wins, but I don't know. I'm still not buying it. So I'm just going to have a lean with the under 75.5 with the Chicago Cubs. Now, the Seattle Mariners, they're expected to be third in their division by the odds makers and eighth in the American League. Their season win total is 84.5. Now, Seattle is one of the biggest surprises in baseball last season, leaping from 73 wins all the way to 90. And they did that even despite the fact they actually traded away a couple players in August or in late July that were part of their success going on the year. Odds makers are not convinced that the Seattle's going to have a repeat, and as I said, they won 90 last year. They're down to 84.5 for the season win total. Their 11th rated offense last year in the American League was nothing to brag about. It turns out they were clutch as could be, though, last year. I believe their expected run total, they scored more than 40 runs more than their expected win total. So that was a surprise, and that's why won them a lot of games last season. Now, their general manager, Jerry DiPoto, is known for making bold moves, and he made one this month, trading for outfielder Jesse Winker and third baseman Eugenio Sarias. So with those guys, Winkler is a very good hitter. Okay, he's going to get on base, got a tremendous on-base percentage. He's going to hit 300, so he's in good shape. Not much of an outfielder, that's for sure, and he doesn't hit lefties very well. Suarez has become a all-or-nothing hitter. Hits home runs or strikes out. That's pretty much about it with him. And he's also going to find out that the home runs that he was hitting in Cincinnati are not going to necessarily happen when he's coming to Seattle, which is a far more difficult ballpark to hit home runs in. The rest of the offense, it has some good young talent. that could improve. So there's some positives, certainly from that standpoint, about Seattle. Now, they did pick up Robbie Ray as their starting pitcher and become the ace of the staff. And, I was never a big fan of his until last year, and he made some adjustments in his delivery, and that really put him over the top. So what he's going to do for Seattle, they got some other really good younger arms, and he's going to be moving everybody one step down. So I think that will help this team overall. You got Marcus Gonzalez, Chris Flexen, Logan Gilbert. So I think that's a fairly decent group. The bullpen, as we know, from year to year can be very fickle. And in this case, I think there's a chance. I'm not sure it's going to be as great as it was last year, but I still think it can be very good. So when I look at this team and I look at Oakland, who has given up and trading off all their main assets, Texas is still rebuilding, I think this Seattle team can go over the 84.5 for season win totals. So there you have it. There's a couple of free picks for you for season win totals. So check it out. I will be back here tomorrow, again, right in the same ballpark, to talk about the Los Angeles Angels and the San Diego Padres, because that's tomorrow's game. So I'll be back here, right here in Peoria, where it's a lovely 80 degrees today. Get some more action going. So this is Doug Elstrom for Doc Sports. Until tomorrow, take care.